It's your girl, Be Your Cocoa on the Be Your Cocoa Show. Anyways, guys, how you all doing? Yes, it's another Wednesday night. Okay, I'm being dramatic, but yes, it's another Wednesday night. How you doing? How was your day? Did you go to school? Work? Are you on your way home? Anyway, Sha, hope you're good. How you doing, guys? Did you guys hear my gist last week? My brother said so. My brother is one of my top listener. Guy is listening every episode back to back. That guy is like my number one fan. Okay, I have number two and number three, but he's my number one fan for now. And he was like, why did you date the Ghana guy? With the Ghanaian guy? Because we would have got to Ghana now to but that's wedding preparation. And he went, I'm like, what is wrong with you? To be honest, I'm a bit shy because I've not necessarily had that kind of relationship with my siblings where I'm talking about my love interest with them. To be honest, I'm not. I'm more of a like I talk to my friends about it, but my family, I think in my own head, it has to be like somebody serious. Like if I'm getting married and this person has almost proposed to me, I'll be like, okay, guys, hi guys. There's somebody that would like to do you get that kind of conversation. But not maybe someone that is asking me out or someone that is just trying to be an ass. I'm not going to allow my siblings. They don't need to know that information. Do you get? But yeah, I was shy, but at the same time I was kind of like happy because I'm like, oh, he's listening. Yeah. And at least he's getting to know maybe a side of his sister that you might not necessarily get to know often. But yeah, that's how it is. So remember that last week I also said I prophesied into the future. I told you guys I was gonna bring a guest, right? Today for this episode. Regarding how what it means to be a single person, what does love means to a married person, yeah, and specifically 1 year marriage in a sense or 1 year anniversary. Anyways, you get the drift. And guys, guys, how dramatic. I know. But before I bring this person in, let me tell you the kind of person he is. He's a sweetheart. It's an intentional man. See, guy, I've not dated. It's not like we dated, though. Just being friends. I know the kind of person he is. He's an intentional man. As the fine young this person is married, so nobody should come to my DM. He's married, but yes, he's still a fine young man. He's talented, creative. Should I go on? Nado. Welcome to Big Cocoa.
Hi. What is accolade that you're accolading me like this? Oh my God, I beg you.
Which is, oh my God, I better hear these. Am I not saying the truth? I'm saying the truth. I'm saying
Who am I to reject your truth? Please, your feelings are valid. Hi, my name is Chinedu. Buki calls me Nedu. She has called me Nedu since we met like 15,000 years ago. I am a creative designer and I have my 1 year anniversary, marriage anniversary or wedding anniversary tomorrow. So yeah, it's so awesome to be on the show. Thank you so much for the invite. Yeah, let's have fun.
okay, yeah. You're too formal. You're too formal. It's not that formal. We are not formal, yeah. But yes, guys. That's dude. So Nedu, before we go into the conversation, let's just
Yeah.
start with something really chilled. How was your weekend, or how's your weekend going? Since we're doing this, we're recording this on a Saturday. How's your weekend going? Did you have any
Uh,
plans? Did you go out? Were you home or true?
oh yeah. So weekend, being my anniversary weekend has been fun. I am babe did a little something something. for the weekend, just to, relax and, just enjoy and relive some of our fun memories when we were singles, and just celebrate the fact that, we are, 1 year. Don't worry, I will tell you all the exciting, joy stuffs when we start talking. But yeah, it has been a good weekend, a very, very good one, actually. A fun one. Staycation kind of fun weekend. Yeah.
That's actually nice.
Thank you.
Guys, it's making me feel like because the whole song, Where is my I don't know for some reason I'm listening to that song. I think Where is my husband or something. It's Where is my husband? Where is my husband? So yeah, see, you see, this is what Nedu does. It makes you want to fall in love. Yeah.
My dear, we are trying, we are trying.
But yeah, my weekend was chilled. I actually the couple my Friday was a bit busy. Today has been stressful. Doing just couple of house chores, to be honest. Nothing like it's not like I had to step out of the house, but house chores itself and I work. Guys, I hate cooking. I've told you people from the beginning of this podcast that I hate cooking. Yesterday I started cooking from 7 p.m. to like almost 1 a.m. What am I cooking?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Ha.
What am I
That's quite intense.
cooking? Yeah, well, to be fair, I'm cooking like for the month because I join all my food together. And I probably just cook soups for the month. Yeah. Different like now, yesterday I think I prepared 3 types of soup. Or yeah, stew, they call it stew. Whatever they call it, soup stew, you get the drift. But still, it was a lot. It's still a lot. I don't know. Maybe I should come back as a man and I say I say
And you think you're looking for that love, see?
so I'll say that I don't need to cook. You're the woman. Cook for me.
Ha ha. Wow. Please, that's not what we do, because that's not what we do. Pigs,
That's what most men do. You'll say, they are the man. Cook for me. Oh my, your
Ah.
the kitchen is your place. So I will at least I'll have Iberaga. We had to say this in English. I don't know what Iberaga means in English. But yes, Iberaga. But yeah, that's how my weekend has been. It's just been normal house chores. Um, yeah. So I would like us to go into it, but as I said, we're gonna start small, nothing serious, nothing. Let's talk about what was the feeling, the very first feeling when you saw or when you thought you like um your babe, your woman, your wife. The very first time, maybe was it love at first sight? Was it a gradual process? How was it for you? How was the experience for you?
Uh, the very first time. Okay, so no, it was not love at first sight. Um, I didn't even have an intention to date when I first met her. We used to walk on the same street, right? And we used to, close at the same time, different workplaces, but we would meet like at the junction, and then being a gentleman that I am, I didn't even do it because I was trying to like woo her or anything. We were both waiting for a bus for a while. And then when a bus came, it had only one seat left. So I offered her the seat, and then I closed the door behind her, and then she left. I didn't do any of that because of anything. Even when we started talking, I'd been seeing her, and I still love her courage, her charisma, her dress sense. It's one of the most beautiful things about her. But when we just started talking, it was just talking for talking's sake. I don't see you since. I even start conversation. Little did I know that she had been telling her sisters about me, her BRT boyfriend and husband, for a long while. Yes, she's sitting down here, she's hearing me. You know, and all. But yeah, first feeling wasn't all romantic. It was just this is someone that dresses nice, looks nice. I like her character, And then when we started speaking, there was just a lot of curious things about her that I really was just interested in knowing, just enjoying conversations. And then, honest truth, the day I asked her out, it was like a week and 5 days after we started talking. It honestly was an example. Honestly, we were talking at the back of the BRT bus, and I would just say, okay, imagine I ask you out. And then she now asked me, are you asking me out? I paused for like 3 seconds and then I said, yes. At that moment, it was just like a flow in the conversation. And thought about it for a few days. I'm like, do I really want to go on with this? And I decided yes. So it wasn't love at first sight, but for me, it was just knowing that she had qualities that I had been searching for a long time. I saw it in her. I saw it in her courage. I saw it in her words. I saw it in her laugh. I just saw it written all over her in the conversations that we had. It just showed that okay, this is someone that I've been searching for. Of course, she wasn't perfect or everything I was looking for, but she was, the main things. So yeah, it wasn't love at first sight. It wasn't butterflies in my belly. It was honestly just okay. This is someone that's, I knew what I wanted in a woman, and then when I saw her, she looked like it. She fits the description. Let me put it that way. And yeah, the asking out was a joke, but then I said, okay, you know what? I think I am serious. And from there, we continued.
Nine, don't marry.
Now we don't marry.
Let's talk about butterfly in the stomach. I want to digress a bit. Nedu, you are the love doctor. I need you to act as like maybe I don't know. There's
Yeah,
no butterfly in my stomach. Yeah, I've met interesting people. I've had conversations with them. We've gone on dates, but
yeah,
they've had sense. To be honest, we've had
yeah.
deep conversation, whatever conversations, talking state, whatever thing they say. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm,
I know
yeah.
there's not that. There's not that. You know when I don't know is that when you were small and you have a crush on somebody, it's like that's what you think about every single time. There's a way that your stomach does it does so I think a part of me is expecting that from at least not I obviously I know that maybe after you start getting to know the person, maybe like 6 months, 1 year or 2 years or whatever, the butterfly might start dying, whatever. But at least at the beginning phase, it's usually very I think there's butterfly everywhere, or it seems like there is.
It's not always like that though. The thing about butterflies is that if you are waiting for butterflies, trust me, the person you get married to or you date is not the only person you have butterflies in your belly for. So if you are waiting for the butterfly effect or the butterfly feeling, you will cheat. It's standard. If you are depending or basing love or relationship or romance on that, then trust me, you will. It's like admiration. Like admiration is like the next level below butterflies. You can see people that you admire, right? We've had conversations before where you see a lady and you're like, oh, okay, I don't know if it's you or if it's one of my friends, but I know you are someone like that. Where you see a lady and you're like, ooh, I love her hair, I love her skin, I like the way she carries herself. That's admiration. It is not romance. It's not making you. She's not the only person that you feel that thing for, or that you would see and feel that way, or you see a guy, and let's say you like muscles, and then oh my god, those are really nice muscles. He's not the only person that you attribute that admiration to. You can see 5 other guys the next day or the next 2 months, and then you're oh my god, really nice mustache, really nice beard. That's really lovely, right? So that's the same thing with butterflies. Butterflies are basically, you can have butterflies for different people at different times in life. So if you're waiting for butterflies to date or to marry, or you're marrying or dating based on that, The truth is, a person can come later on that will make you feel all butterflying. For example, you are in a season where you and your partner are having some form of disagreement, right? Let's say you're going through a financial crisis. And then at that point, he's not, let's say your love language is words of affirmation. And then at that point, he's not in the best place to speak your love language. And then someone comes along, let's say a colleague, right, or a friend, who is dashing you back to back words of affirmation like crazy. Oh my God, I see what you're going through. You are such a strong woman. I really love and admire you. I am cheering you on. My dear, the butterflies are gonna be stirred up. It is normal thing. It is a normal thing. And then at that point, you may be tempted to break up with your boyfriend or with your partner, or to leave your partner because of this other person who is stirring up butterflies because he's feeding your love language at that time. Okay, so yeah, so I would not say you should base feelings of relationship on butterflies, because you will feel butterflies. People will make you feel butterflies. You would see someone and have conversation with someone who would stir you up intellectually, but you're like, damn, why did I not meet you before I got married? Oh my God. You meet someone who is your spec, right? And then those butterflies will be stirred up. So when it comes to marriage, or when it comes to love, it's for you to choose that, okay, I'm choosing to love this person irrespective. And I think that brings us to the subject of lists, whether I have a list or not. So some people have like a list of things that they follow. You have to make me feel this, you have to make me do this, you have to make me want this, yeah, and all of that. It's all nice, but beyond all of that, you need to be open, because changes happen, right? Changes occur, life happens. And then when that happens, that is why, even though Christians have tried to change it, when at the altar, they say for better, for worse. Because truth be told, nobody wants the worst, but the worst will come. So, and when the worst comes, the butterfly ain't gonna be there. He's not gonna do you shimmy, 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 yeah, fa la la la. He's not gonna be there, nothing. So if you're judging of depending on butterflies, oh my love, no. So I see choosing a partner based on they were saying something earlier today, non-negotiables. There should be non-negotiables, and then there should be adjustables, right? There should be things that you don't negotiate on. For example, for some people, it could be domestic abuse or emotional abuse or neglect. Those are non-negotiables. It doesn't matter. I don't care how fine you are. I don't care whether you're making my butterfly come out of my belly and reach my tongue and eyes. The moment I cite anything close to emotional abuse or neglect, I'm walking away from the troubles in my life. Right. So there should be non-negotiables, and then the adjustables are the ones that okay, in case I don't get this 100%, I can make do with a 50%. Right. And that is where butterflies come in, right? The person that you end up getting married to will not make you feel butterflies all the time. But there are times when they will do something that you'll be like, oh my God, now I see why I married you. I love you so much. I cannot do life without you. But then there are times when you're like, oh my God, why did I make this mistake? So yeah, let me end it there before we turn this on to love coach.
Yeah,
Session.
I get that. So let's go into. I wanted to ask more question, but I don't want to go into that because that's not really the reason why we are here. So I wanted to. The next question basically would be: do you think that your understanding of love has changed since you become a husband? Do you think how you were behaving as a boyfriend, or even how you thought love was as a single person that was not even in a relationship, for instance, then now you're then you're now in a relationship, and now you're now a husband. Do you think love has changed between those three seasons of your life?
Yes, it has. Love when I was single was I don't know if I can put words to it. It was a fantasy. Fantasy, not in the sense that it was a lie, But fantasy in the sense that it was something I was looking forward to, right? It was a dream. And the thing with fantasies, it is always perfect. Oh, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. I remember when I was single, I would always tell people who were around me that I am so going to love my wife, that she's going to tell everybody around her to come and beg me to reduce the love. I was very proud of it. And I meant it. I meant every word of it, right? I meant every single word of it. And then I got into a relationship. And I started giving the 100% love. And then I started realizing that, okay, this 100% love is not enough, or the one that you are giving is not enough. In some areas, it is not enough. In some areas, it is too much. So you need to tone it down a bit, right? Um, that was during my dating phase. And then in marriage, it has come to a point where love is a conscious effort. I know we hear pastors talk about it, or we hear teachers talk about them, not limited to pastors now. But in marriage, I've come to see for a fact that love is a very conscious thing. It's something that it's not based on fantasies anymore. It's not based on wishes. It's not based on movies. It's a reality, right? Um, Let me use okay. Like it's a full-blown reality. The ups and downs, the expectations, the things you never thought were going to happen. It got to a point in my marriage that I think that was in our 8th month or 7th, where I and we were having like a honest, vulnerable conversation. And I realized that I had made the home toxic for my wife, even without me knowing. I had no intention. Like it was never part of my plan. Imagine me coming from a place where I was saying I was going to love my wife so much that it was going to be so much for her, to a place where it now became a place where a home where my wife was walking on eggshells because she thought I would complain, or I wasn't satisfied. Everything that she was doing didn't seem okay, or didn't seem enough for me. And that really shocked me, because that was not what I was expecting. That was not what I had told myself, or I told people in my single stage. That was not the love that I thought I was going to give to someone, or that I was going to um, give as an share as an experience with another person. I had seen other people in toxic homes. I had seen examples of toxic relationships. I never for once imagined that it was going to be me, right? Where my spouse or my partner will not be able to walk freely in the house, where she won't be able to be herself because she's conscious of, whether I am going to accept that part of her, or whether I was going to complain. So I had to quickly make adjustments, right? In the dating phase, you can still even choose to walk away, right? For those who are not super committed, but you're in marriage, except you are one who has left the back door open for divorce. But if you have not, then whatever you see, you face it. You would see aspects of love that you did not even know was there, and that you did not expect to be or expect to see. And then when you do, you can't walk away because there's no back door. So you need to stay and face it. It's like that example that they give in motivational stories and classes and teachings about the man who went for war with his soldiers, and then he burnt the boats and told them that the only way out of this island is either we conquer these people or we die. That's how love became for me in marriage. So you face things, and whatever you face, it is either it kills you or you kill it, and then you grow and you love and become better. So I had to adjust when I found that, when we had that discussion, and that has made me become a better lover today. So within those 3 phases, or in those 3 stages of my life, that's how love has transformed and evolved for me.
It's interesting that you say that. So when you even said something, when you said earlier that, oh, when you're single, you you're going to love your wife, blah blah blah, and all of that. It remains made me remember Peter when he said to Jesus, "I can never deny you. I love you." I remember in that set. After they caught
My dear.
Jesus, he denied it 3 times. That was the scenario that played in my head. But yes, I obviously I'm not married, but all I know is that marriage has it's a lot of intentionality, which is gosh,
Yeah.
you people that is in relationship in marriage, it's a lot of work. But all of you just want us to come
My
into that
dear.
marriage. Uh
It is
because
a lot of work. It is the level of intentionality is crazy. And that is one thing that I feel people need to understand about relationship and even marriage before getting into it. You would think it's about you, it's about you, it's about you, it's about you. Your marriage will not work if you make it about you. Except you're marrying or you get married to someone who is who allows you to have you at all times and then is the one bearing all the pain and the suffering alone. But as in I have learned that okay, it is not about you. Hey, Omo, there are things that you would want to do. For example, I love horror movies. I can watch horror movies by 1 a.m., 2 a.m. and I'll be laughing. But guess what?
yeah.
I haven't seen a
Why
horror
are
movie.
differently?
It, Jesus, like I haven't seen a horror movie in a very long time. Now I literally like I and Babe had an agreement that there are only three or 4 horror movies that I will see ever again. Final Destination, the last part that just came out. Conjuring, the last one that just came out. Insidious, that is just coming out. And then there's one more that I can't remember the name. And I told her that it's simply like I had to present my case because she was like, no, you are not gonna watch that in this home anymore. I'm like, Jesus, help my life. It's not a crime to watch a horror movie now. But she said no. So we had to bargain. I'm like, okay, I have followed these particular movies from part 1 to this part. So just allow me to finish it. And she said, okay. So we have agreements. So now, this year and last year, they've released uncountable number of horror movies. And I'm seeing their trailer and I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Just one moment with you, Lord. Give me one moment. But guess what? I made a commitment to my wife. So it's not about me. It cannot be about me anymore. Right? I need to make room for her because now it's not just one person. Can two work together except they agree? Right? So it's not just one person. So we are two. So I have to accommodate her person, her personality, her preferences alongside my own. Of course, there are certain things that we don't, no, you will succumb to it. For example, wrestling and football. My darling, I love you, my life, but I will watch my wrestling. She's telling me, no, you will not watch wrestling when the children are around. My dear, I love you. I will watch wrestling with them. I will give them smackdown on the bed. They will laugh and enjoy it. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Shame. I see, guys. If you are still good, just listen and be blessed. In this episode, like us, if you are still good, listen and be blessed. God will bring your own man for you. Yeah.
Amen. Amen.
Okay. Let me ask. How do you hope
Yeah.
you? How do you hope your love grows in the coming years of your marriage? What I don't say what's your anticipation, but at the same time, what do you think or how do you think your love is gonna be expressed? Maybe not necessarily grow, but maybe more be expressed in your marriage with your wife in coming years, in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 10 years, 20
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. Okay. So funny how very recently, as part of our plans for the next year or the next 3 years of our marriage, we actually had an agreement. We noticed that the love is there. We completely love each other. I can't imagine life without this woman. She traveled for a week for to Abuja for something. and I was home alone for 1 week. Jesus Christ is the Lord of Nazareth. This, that's when you understand that men don't love their wives alone because of food or because of sex. It was more than that. I used to stay in the house alone before we got married, but my home felt empty, literally. I wasn't going to work. I was working fully remotely then, so I was alone 247 in the house, you know. So she's more than just my wife. She's my friend. She's the closest person to me, right? So we said, okay, the love is there, but we noticed that the romance is not so fantastic. So we've already had an agreement that for the next year and going forward, we are going to work on the romantic parts of our marriage. The flowers, the little notes here and there, the I thought of you and I decided to, get you this. I saw this and it reminded me of you, so I got it for you. All those little and big things that you do in order to be romantic. Yes. So for me, those are that is one of the things that I am looking forward to in the next years of marriage. And of course, this part that I'm about to say, so many people may not completely or may find it shocking, but children and a family. I am really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to standing with my wife through her pregnancy period. I'm looking forward to being, because now this is me talking to people generally. A lot of us experience certain things, and we um we allow those things to define our lives negatively. For example, you grew up in a house where your brother or your father used to watch pornography. For most people, they become addicted or become drawn to porn. For some, it could be alcohol. I know I was watching a video one time and the woman was talking about how she grew up in a family where their dad, made it normal for them to take alcohol as little children. And, that just became normal for them as they grew and all. But for me, it got to a point where I realized that, okay, when I see something that isn't working or that isn't good, I shouldn't follow the trend. I can decide to be different, right? I saw people who were close to me as a child drinking. It made me decide to not drink. Thankfully, God put a distaste for bitter things in my mouth, or God gave me a sweet tooth. So anything that's bitter, I don't want. And then I noticed that in our culture, one of the fears or one of the negativities or negative imagery that's been pushed of marriage is men not being supportive of their wives during the pregnancy phase. I read one story, was that yesterday, or today, of a man who the woman was writing anonymously, and she said when she went into the labor room and they told her that they were going to do CS, and the man turned back and walked away. I walked away, sorry. And they said the bill after she gave birth, they said the bill was 900K. The man only sent 250. And a lot. He wasn't there. He wasn't supportive. So they have 4 children now, and the woman gave birth to all of them through CS. The man was not in the hospital for the remaining 3. And like it really pained me, and it made me decide that like I'm like, Hey, you are strong, woman. You are strong. You did first one. He did that one. You see, stay and give birth to Terry. My dear, the Lord is with you. And stories like that make me commit to being different, right? So that's why I said I am looking forward to that phase. Call it wanting to prove that I am a macho man, or wanting to prove that, call it whatever. Let me shall be there for my wife, and let it be known that um and let it be known that that there are good men out there. So yeah, I am looking forward to that phase of our lives. of our marriage. I'm looking forward to growth in terms of finances. I'm looking forward to us going on trips. Oh my God, I want to travel the world. Ah, Jesus Christ, the Lord. And I'm not even talking about relocation. Relocation may happen or should happen eventually. I'm talking about the kind where are financially capable to travel, return, go on trips, go on holidays, come back home. Be me now. That kind. You just take leave from work for 1 week. You go to London, you spend the 1 week, you come back again and resume work like nothing happened. Like it's that's the kind of, so as we are growing financially, I'm looking forward to having those adventures with her. I'm looking forward to our sex life improving and increasing and becoming hotter than fire. My God, yes, I said it. I said it.
Yes,
Yes.
you're allowed to. You're married. You're allowed to.
Thank you. Exactly. God, oh my God, you got it. Pluck it for you.
You're allowed to.
Yeah. So most people don't understand that sex is a journey. So especially for people who were, kind of exposed sexually before marriage, you get to a point where you enter into marriage with some form of ideology or mindset or expectation, and then you forget that the person that you're married to may not always, is not the person that you, or may not speak that language in the way you want it to. And then you find people having struggles and fights in their sexual compatibility. But then when you get to a place where you understand that, okay, this is a journey, I'm growing with this person. It's about you to be understanding ourselves, we're evolving, you know. And that's what I look forward to. I look forward to snake in the eagle shadow. I look forward to the hanging Dutchman. Don't mind me, those are not real stuff, but you get what I mean. So yeah, I'm looking forward to like more of that, deeper intimacy, where you get to the point. I know I've heard of couples who talk about how they don't even need to say certain things. They already know what their partners are thinking. They already know they've bonded and connected to that point where they practically read each other's minds.
Yeah.
That's also something I am looking forward to deeply. And then a weird thing that happens in Nigerian marriages or in Nigerian homes, you see where the husband or the father and the mother look alike. I don't know how that thing happens. I don't know whether it is in Nigeria alone.
I don't know. I don't think it's in Nigeria alone. I think it's just because like it's like, people are like into each other every single time.
I
Like so.
don't know the chemistry or the mystery or the spirituality behind that thing. But that thing is like, oh,
But when you get to it, was actually ask.
So yes, I'm looking forward to having my wife's beautiful. Okay, no, I don't want her chin structure. She has a very chiseled chin. Yeah, no, I don't want that one. But I like her eyes. She claims to have pointed nose, so I'm looking forward to having pointed nose also. Yes, but the straight one, I want it pointing down.
I think it's
So
your
yeah,
kids that it will be passed down to your kids, not
look,
necessarily you.
please, my kids are gonna be like milk like vanilla. Oh my God. My my third child can have mommy's color. But my first girl is gonna be vanilla. Oh my God. Don't worry, Buki. I'm gonna send you pictures. You will see how vanilla looking she's gonna be. You practically lick your screen. Eh?
Oh shit.
Ah, oh my God. So yeah, please, please let mommy keep her skin color for now. You know, until later on.
Okay, seriously, to be honest, this has been pretty insightful. It's basically it's telling me that if I'm going to pick out maybe a sentence from this conversation, it would be love in marriage as a married man, because maybe as a woman it might be different. But love in marriage as a married man is intentionality for you.
It is high level of intentionality. That and okay, so if I should add other words or adjectives,
Okay.
I would say patience. I would say a keen eyes, being able to observe. I don't know why you women like to turn us to detectives and you're using sign language to talk to us. Like, why not just talk straight? That is sign
Not
language.
worse. See, let me tell you, it doesn't work. If I have to tell you and you do it, it defeats the purpose of everything.
I get that part. I honestly get that part. But at least just say something. Or give us clear hints. Not the one that you now come at. Yeah. You people should please have mercy on us. We are not magicians. We are not mind readers. Please, I beg you.
We're fine.
But yeah, patience, intentionality, patience, a keen eyes, and I would say understanding. Yeah, I think that's the final word. I would add understanding. Uh, being an understanding man and just being an understanding person generally.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, that's really insightful. That's nice. But yeah, I cannot wait to marry, but at the same time, I can't wait to marry. So yes,
My dear, please don't rush it in all honesty.
my dear, I'm not rushing it. You don't even need to tell me. Me, I know I'm not rushing it. Nobody rushes you. I'm not rushing it.
Yeah. It's a lifelong journey, especially if you are one who does not see yourself getting divorced. Of course, anything can happen later on, but if divorce is not in your forefront when you're entering into it, then my dear, you know, the person that you marry can determine a lot, a lot. Person can either build you or destroy you. So it's better to just patiently walk with God, on that journey to find any person. So that when you enter it, you know that hey, the person I'm doing this journey with have sense.
Yeah, very important. Everything is said, but I would just like to put a disclaimer and say yes, divorce is not an option. Everybody knows that. Well, not everybody, but most people that are Christians are in that space. But please, if he's beating you or you know that he wants to kill you emotionally or whatnot, please
Okay,
leave.
so
I beg you.
do do
Going on.
do more walk,
Yes.
tirelessly. Just do the backflip and just steadily, especially if you have tried finding a solution or tried solving it, and then no, nothing seems to make sense. There's no way. But please, I beg in the name of the Lord, you are precious in life and you're precious to the Lord. Please walk away with your head held up high.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this has been a very interesting conversation and insightful one. But before you go, so I should have said this before, but yeah. So what at the end of the segment or at the end of almost the end, I do like a throwback music to or songs, throwback songs. Any song that you want to throw back to Christian, R&B, whatever you're feeling, you get two throwback songs. So yeah,
Two throwback songs.
yeah. Take your time
Throwback song.
about feelings.
Ha. Ah. Okay, it is. Throwback song, I would say. How far back are we talking about?
As far as how you want, I mean, how far you want to go, really doesn't really matter.
Okay, 2004, Michael Jackson and Justin Timberlake. Love never felt so good.
It's actually tiny because everybody begins
Yeah,
to
this
love
is Michael
Michael
season. Exactly. Yeah. So Michael Jackson, Justin Timberlake, Love Never Felt So Good. I love that song so much. Uh for Christian song, I would say Hillsong United, any of their songs, any of their old albums when they were with when Darlene Jack was still with them. Any of their old songs. I love their old music. Or you know what? Let us Women of Faith. All things are possible. Yeah, that their album, the one they sang in that secular podium or altar. Oh, that's
Okay.
I grew up with that album, and my Jesus, I can sing literally every song in that album word for word. So yeah, I would choose Women of Faith. All things are possible.
Okay. That's awesome. So for my throwback song, because we're talking about love, whether it's a crime or not, that's not our business. But Two Face says love is a crime. So that's my throwback song. If love is a crime, fight.
I want to be one day. No, fine. I'm willing to be haunted. Please don't take us back. I am an oldies lover. I love old movie build songs.
I love.
That's
See, I'm sat. I don't like throwback is. I am legit. Like I can sit
please,
there. I don't. What is
please.
see at this point? I feel like I've turned to our parents because you know how our parents say that all these songs that we are listening to now.
Ah,
So all these things we are listening to now, I don't understand it. But
throwback all the way. All the way. Just think I'll listen to a 2000s Nigerian music playlist. I'm like, God in heaven. I just dey enjoy the sing they go. It's
seriously, it's really nice. Like I'm love it. So my second throwback song would be, let's say, mm, so yeah, I don't know why I like this song, but I just like this song from P Square. Bunaya edu, bunaya edu.
Oh, okay.
Oh, bye bye. Yeah. So I really like the song. I don't know why. It's a lovely song, I guess, but it's a throwback
Yeah,
classic.
it is. It is. Mhm.
But yes, Naidu, thank you so much for the fact that I even had to take you away from wifey for like an hour. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. My regards. I'm sorry. Let me just say sorry to the wifey because like actually apologizing to her. More like not necessarily. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you so much for releasing it to do this with May. Thank you so much. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for doing.
Thank you, BU Kakawai. Thank you for hosting me. Thank you for the privilege of being on your platform. I deeply, deeply appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. Thank you so much, audience, for listening and for having me. Please, if you are liking the tone of my voice and you are thinking, this is my learning that you enter his DM, don't enter my DM, please.
So
It's not point about liable. Yeah, Sankan you. But thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Buki. It's such an honor. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
no. I God, I make. Don't worry. When the bride deal start coming in, you know.
Yeah, Blake, it is coming in the name of the Lord. Hallelujah.
All right, then. Thank you so much, then, too.
You
All
know,
right.
girl.
Fair.
I you too.
So, guys, that's the end of this episode. So, remember to like, share, comment, follow, refollow, repost, reshare, everything. You must, if you don't share, I will on to you. Okay, I will not on to you. That's being dramatic. But I want you to share, please. As I said, word of mouth is still the best way for marketing. As I don't have money right now to market. You are my marketer. You are my marketer. So go into the world and market my product. But yeah, guys, that's the end of this episode. Take care. Have fun. Have a good day. Have a blessed day. Have a great day. Have an interesting night. Bye, guys.